to work without a guarantee of reward. This is a concept that I think is lost these days, because we in society have gotten so comfortable, especially if you're around my age or younger, with this idea that we should be rewarded because we showed up. You know, it's the idea of participation trophies and, you know, everybody's a winner and all this kind of stuff, that we've gotten to this point where, well, I'm here. I participated. Where's my prize? Where's my reward? Like, I showed up. I should get what I need, kind of thing. And yet it's not how it works. And I think that's also why a lot of people are just generally unhappy with their lives these days. Because to chase something great, to chase something beyond yourself, requires doing the work with no guarantee of success, no guarantee of outcome, no guarantee that you'll ever win, you know. Tim Grover talks about this, that winning acts like your best friend but will pull the rug out at any moment. Just because you won once doesn't mean you win again. Just because you did the work doesn't mean that you are guaranteed to win. We all have the possibilities of winning and achieving greatness and doing incredible things in our life, but no one is guaranteed that. But everyone is guaranteed the opportunity to try for it, to test it out, to have a crack, to see what will happen. But there is no guarantee of outcome. And this is why most people quit. Because they're like, well, I'm working, I'm doing the work, and I'm not seeing the results. But how long have you been doing the work? How long have you been going after it? And are you giving it your all? Or are you just showing up and being like, well, I'm here. I deserve to win now. I deserve to be rewarded because I'm fucking here. Because that's not how life actually works. That's not actually how you win the day. That's not actually how you achieve great things in life. You have to actually show up and do the work. And do the work consistently and without losing passion. It's the term grit. Grit is defined by showing up consistently for longer than you think it should take without the loss of passion or enthusiasm. That is what grit is. And that is what is required. That is what is required to get to where you want to be. That you show up and you do the work. That you show up consistently, regardless. That you don't worry about the outcome. That's why we talk about focusing on the journey, and focusing on the journey with enthusiasm and passion. Because that's how you can get there. That's how you can push forward into your greatness. That you just focus on showing up every single day to do the work. And all you focus on is not the outcome at the end of it, how far you're progressing, all that kind of stuff. What you focus on is how well did you do today? Did you crush today? Did you win the motherfucking day? How much effort did you give? Could you have given more? Could you have shown up better? And that's all you need to focus on. And if you can focus on doing that, at some point you will be rewarded. Without question. If you show up for a long enough time period without loss of passion and enthusiasm, you will win. But you can't focus on when that day is. You can't focus on getting to that point. You just have to focus on producing incredible fucking work along the way. And the other one that most people miss is your biggest reward is who you become on the way to that. Who you become on the journey of doing the work. That's where the real reward is. It's not about, if we're talking health and fitness, it's not about the six pack. It's not about, looking good at the beach. It's not about those kinds of things, or even being able to lift more, or, any of those things. What it's about is the man that you become during that journey. It's who you discover yourself to be on the path to the end result. That's why I talk about chasing greatness, that it's every single day. There is no days off, because it's about the man that you're becoming by doing that, by committing to doing it every single day, by showing up without loss of passion or enthusiasm, about building discipline and credibility and grit and determination, about becoming a man of your word, that this shit gets done all out, with full force, with full capacity, every single day, purely because I said I would. For no other reason other than I gave my word that I would do this work. It is now getting done. End of story. And the man you become on the path of that, the man you become doing that work, is way more important than the results that you get at the end. Yeah, it's fucking nice to have a six-pack. Yeah, it's nice to be in really great shape. It's nice when people notice the results that you are getting. It's nice that people recognize the work that you're putting in. But they are just little extras. The reason we do this is to become that man, to become a disciplined man, to become a man of fortitude, a man who keeps his word, a man who can be fucking trusted, a man who says something and it gets done. And over time, all those things filter into all the other areas of your life. And it can be slow sometimes, but you have to start somewhere. And that's why fitness is the ultimate foundational choice, because it flows through into everything else. It builds those characteristics. It builds a defining feature of who you are, that you are a disciplined man. And then you get to walk around in a shining example that you have incredible discipline, that you have incredible focus, that you are a man of your word. Because a great physique cannot be bought, cannot be stolen, it cannot be cheated to, it can only be earned. And only be earned by doing the work consistently for a long period of time. You don't get a great physique by showing up for a 12-week program and then being like, I'm out of here, suckers. No, you get it by consistently doing the work, by consistently showing up and not giving in to your base urges, and not giving in to dopamine chasing, and not giving in to easy ways out. You get it by constantly doing what is required and making the right choices. And that's the part that matters. That's the part that really counts. And it's a lost art form. It's a lost skill set, the ability to do the work for the sake of doing the work and taking pride in doing the work and the journey along that way. It is a lost art on that one. And one that if you can develop, because this is a skill that can be developed, it's not something that's innately built into people, that they are born this way. No, it is something that is developed by choice, by discipline, by consistency. Same with grit, same with fortitude, same with all that stuff. It is developed by people making the choice over and over and over again, day after day after day after day, for a long period of time. Just every day, every day, every day, as my son would say. Make that choice that is going to make you a better man, that is going to progress you towards being the best version of yourself. That's how you get better. But we've lost it. We've lost our way in society with this, with participation trophies, with everybody's a winner, that everybody needs to feel special. No. That is a privilege that is earned. That is not a right. Winning and getting what you want is not a right. It is not something that should be bestowed upon everyone. It is something that is earned by showing up and being the best version of yourself. Not by wishing and praying and hoping, but by doing the work for the sake of the work. And focusing on who you're going to become as a man by doing said work. That's where your greatness lies. That's where the separation lies. That's how you become a better version of yourself. You know, you don't want to be average. You don't want to settle for mediocrity. You don't want to fit in with this lemming society where everyone just follows along and, oh, you're beautiful the way you are. Fuck off, you are. No. You have to earn it. You have to do the work. And be proud of the fact that you did the work. Proud of the fact that you showed up. Proud of the fact that you actually went out there and did what was required. Because, as I said, being in great fucking shape is the ultimate status symbol. Because it cannot be earned any other way than consistency and effort. And despite what people would like to say on the internet, don't believe it's fucking true. It shows that you're a man who can do what is required. It shows that you care about yourself. It shows that you're willing to do the work and just keep going. It shows that you're a man who is dedicated to the art of being the best version of himself. And of course, I'll get pushed back on this, and you get those douche monkeys out there who ruin it for everyone, but they are the small minority of the group. The large majority of people are good fucking people who love to talk about it, and who love to help others, and who love to share their knowledge, and love to get it out there, and love to inspire people. They want to share that journey and inspire others to go under that journey as well, because it is that one that will change your life. But you can't just be in it for a six-pack. You can't just be in it for, big muscles and show muscles and things like that. You got to be in it to just do the work. And look, these principles apply to every area, not just the gym, but obviously that's a major part of what I do. But it applies to business, it applies to relationships, it applies to work, it applies to learning, it applies to growth, it applies to everything. That you've got to be in it just to do the work. You've got to be in it for the growth and the journey and who you become along the way. Because it will take longer than you think. It will take more effort and consistency than you think. And if you are just in it for the quick results, the quick turnaround, and not actually becoming that best version of yourself, not becoming the man that you know you should be, well, you're going to quit. You're going to give up. It's why 12-week programs are there. It's why 90-day programs, or 60-day, or 30 days, or 5-minute abs, or whatever the fuck it may be. They exist because so many people are looking for the shortcut. And they have high fucking turnover because people don't follow through. They don't do the work. And you need to be different. You need to separate yourself from the pack. You need to separate yourself from the lemmings out there who are just following along blindly to walk off a cliff one day. You need to be different. You need to lead by example. You need to show others and all those around you what it takes to just be a man of your word and to consistently show up to do the work. Often without reward. Often without what you are hoping to get from it for a long period of time. But you have to keep going. You have to keep going, and you have to keep going. And you focus on the journey, and you focus on the daily growth, and you focus on winning the motherfucking day. Just showing up and winning that day. Because that's what matters. That's how you get better. That's how you win. By doing that work. By being the best version of yourself daily. And seeing how much better you can be tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day. But you can't focus on the end. Like when I started this, I didn't think I'd be 212 days into this, and I was focusing on that and who I'd be at that point. No, what I was focusing on was day 1, and then I focused on day 2, and then I focused on day 3, and I just focused on these things, and I just focused on doing that and winning each day and getting better each day. And that's how I got here. I often refer to it like AA or NA or DA or whatever it might be, that you are basically an addict. You're an addict to dopamine. You're an addict to the easy way out. You're an addict to quick fixes. So to make a long-term fix, to do it properly, to make a change that is going to last, you have to change how you show up. You have to change how you do the work. You have to change who you are. And you have to show up as the best version of yourself. And you have to take it one day at a time. Win one day. Focus on that win. Focus on the next day and just win that day. Great, you won that day. Focus on tomorrow. Win that day. And so on and so forth. We cannot be thinking about down the track. We have to be thinking about right now. And what you will find is that things will just build and the momentum will build and you will just start stacking wins after wins after wins, because things will just, appear out of the universe to give you that W because you did the work. They'll just appear out of nowhere and be like, here you go, because you just showed up and did the work without expecting an instant payoff. You did the work for the sake of the work, and that's why you fucking win. That's why you keep showing up and winning, because you just did the work on a long enough timeline, and eventually you'll win bigger than you could have ever dreamed. That the results that will come in will be better than you could have ever hoped for. And you got there, not because you visualized it, not because you saw it happening, not because you said it would, but because you just kept showing up. You just kept winning the day, and you stack those wins on the calendar, and it's just big X after big X, win, 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 win. And soon enough, they build into wins beyond what you could have imagined. And that's how you change your life, and that's how you reach levels that are unfathomed, and that's how you become the best version of yourself. So that's all I have for you. Now, if you're ready to step into that, to become that man who is going to do that work, regardless of the outcome, for the sake of doing that work, to become the best version of yourself, shoot me a message. Let's get you into chasing greatness. Let's start you with a 30-day challenge and see who you can become in just 30 days. If you're not quite there, click the link in my bio, grab my top 10 tools to transform your mental toughness. And lastly, if you took value from this, if you know someone else who could take value from this or enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it. I'm here every single day, sharing from the front, leading by example, sharing my journey as I go through and the lessons that I learn as I go through this process. And I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. Until then.